So here we have a rare and wonderful film dating from 1902, made by Thomas Edison, short run, 3-minute silent film that shows actually an Indian magician performing a variety of stage magic acts with his apprentice or a female assistant. And it's somewhat characteristic of the type of interest that Western audiences had for all things unfamiliar or strange or exotic. Costumes that are really not very Indian. Yet he is a Hindu Fakir. There's nothing Hindu about him visually. There's nothing Fakir-like about him, nor about his assistant. So, but this fits in to the popularity of stage magic. The Indians were doing it. It was picked up as much and as actively by Europeans and Americans, and it became more mainstream and goes viral again through technology.
So this is very interesting that this film that Edison made was in 1902, and it gave us a very different perspective of yoga and Indians. Maybe yoga was not the word that was in the lexicon in those days.
Yoga and yogis have been very active obviously in Indian culture, but I'm not sure really how actively yoga and yogis were used in European contexts or American contexts. The word fakir, yes. And that
fakir means?
Fakir actually comes from Arabic and is a term used in Islamic mysticism, Sufi thought, where it comes from the root word faqr, or poverty. And but fakir, I'm always tempted to make the association or note how there is that wordplay that sort of goes on, faker, fakir. I mean, and well, how deliberate or not that is, I'm not sure about. But each time I see the two used in relationship with each other in the late 19th century, I have to ask myself, how deliberate is that use of the word? Out of all the many terms that one could pick for an Indian yogi, there are so many out there. And the one that becomes the most frequently used is fakir. And yogis don't always call themselves fakirs. The Sufis usually call themselves fakirs, and there is this overlap of identity, overlap of culture, but also at the same time an equalizing. It becomes the distinctions are not noted or are not important. They all look the same. They're all doing the same thing. So there's this overglossing of particular historical, theological, cultural particularities that are sort of irrelevant in the 19th century context.